Friends, how you all are doing today? I wish you all a very happy, healthy and prosperous Diwali and welcome back to my YouTube channel Cloud with Mohsin. So friends, today what we are going to do is we are going to talk about the encryption behavior for Amazon S3 bucket. Okay, so as you can see, there's a link that I will be sharing along with this description of this video. So this is about setting default server-side encryption behavior for Amazon S3 bucket. Okay. So when we talk about the S3 bucket and the data that the objects we are uploading or downloading, like in the terms like data at rest and data at encryption, so we can consider which are the various encryption mechanism that can be applicable in the Amazon S3 bucket. Okay. So as you can see, all Amazon S3 bucket have encryption configured by default, and objects are automatically encrypted by using server-side encryption with Amazon S3 managed key, which is in short called as SSE-S3. So this encryption setting applies to all objects in your Amazon S3 bucket. Okay. And apart from SSE S3, if we need more control over the keys, so in terms of SSE S3, the keys will be managed by S3 bucket. Okay. And if we don't want the keys to be managed by S3 bucket, there are some other options. So which are those options are? So we can choose to use the server-side encryption with AWS Key Management Service, AWS KMS key, that is SSE-KMS, or dual layer server-side encryption with AWS KMS key, which is called as DSSE-KMS. So in these cases, like when we talk about the cases apart from SSE S3, the keys will be managed by Key Manager KMS service. That is, there's a different service where we can create our keys and we can rotate it, and there are different options that it provides. Okay, so this is very interesting. Then as you can go down, okay, I would recommend you to please go this is very interesting that I noticed. And as you can see, you can configure the Amazon S3 default encryption behavior for an S3 bucket by using Amazon S3 console, AWS SDK, S3 REST API and command line interface. So it's not just the AWS management console we can do the encryption, but there are some other options as well. Okay. Now there would be another question in our mind: what about the existing options, like existing objects? So when we go for the encryption, we can also encrypt our existing unencrypted Amazon S3 objects. So we can use the S3 batch operation. So this is another service that we can use, and you provide S3 batch operations with a list of objects to operate on, and batch operation calls the respective API to perform the specified operation. So we can use the batch operation if we want to encrypt the existing encrypted S3 objects. Okay, and once we have enabled the encryption, by default all objects will be encrypted, and which the existing, that is prior to setting it encryption, we can do it using the batch operation. I hope you got the point. Okay, so what we are going to do is today, as this document as mentioned, so the default encryption type is SSE S3. Okay, and what we will do is we will try to enforce the other type of encryption, that is SSE KMS, and we'll see how it will react when we will try to upload the objects. Okay, so as you can see a notepad here this is a simple bucket policy, and here what it will do is, as you can see, its SID is deny unencrypted objects upload, effect deny, principal star, action S3 put object. So basically action is related to S3 put object. So whenever we are trying to upload any object or any file or any folder to a particular ARN, that will provide the name of the S3 bucket. So if the string is not equal to this one, that is AWS KMS, it will deny this action. So how it will work is, say we will upload by default using SSE S3. Okay, SSE S3, that is the default option, and when this SSE S3 is not going to equal AWS KMS, it will deny and we won't be able to upload any object. Okay, I hope you got the point. So let's navigate to AWS management console. As you can see, I have already logged into my AWS management console, and I will go to S3. So first step that we will do is we will create an S3 bucket, and we will try to upload the object, okay, before applying the bucket policy. And then we will also see applying the bucket policy as we discuss in the notepad. So I'll just create a bucket. Let me give any name that should be unique. Okay. Let the region be AP South 1, and rest of the options I won't touch. Okay, so I will go with the default setting. Okay, and here you can see default encryption, server side encryption with Amazon S3 managed key, that is SSE S3 is the default encryption type that we discussed. Okay, and apart from that we also have SSE-KMS and DSSE-KMS. Okay, so I will let the default one and will click on create bucket. Okay, it seems we need to give okay, now let me turn. Now our bucket has been created, as you can see, and what I will do is I will try to upload an object. Okay, I will click on upload, add files. Let me try to select this object. Okay, I will click on select. I will go down under properties. You can see the storage class. So I will recommend you to check out my S3 lifecycle video to understand what are the different classes, okay, and various availability zone and other things, the functionality of the same. Okay, so we won't go into detail right now. Under server side encryption, I will click on specify an encryption key. Okay, and we can go with use bucket settings for default encryption, and server side encryption with Amazon S3 managed key, that is default one will be applied here. Okay, so I will just click on upload. Now you can see upload got successfully. Okay, because we don't have applied the bucket policy yet. So what we can do now is let's go to permission and let's try to apply the bucket policy. Okay, here if we go down we will see the bucket policy, and I will click on edit. Now I will just simply copy this bucket policy. We can come here, and here for bucket, that is resource name, that is ARN of S3 bucket, I will simply copy this ARN of my bucket, and I will go here and click on paste. Okay, and slash star is important because it will apply all those objects inside this bucket. Okay, so policy will be applicable to all objects inside this bucket. Here slash star is mandatory, so I will click on save changes. Now we have bucket policy applied, and now let's try to upload an object, okay, with the default encryption. Now I will click on upload, add files. So this time let me select another object. You can select any object. I will click on select. Just go down under properties, encryption, specify an encryption key, use bucket setting for default encryption. Okay, so I will continue with SSE S3, that is default encryption, and this should deny the our action. Okay, so I will click on upload. Yeah. As we have expected, the upload got failed because see, we are using SSE S3 the default. However, as per this policy is trying to enforce the encryption should be KMS. Okay, so that's the reason we got the deny as the effect. Okay, so what we can do is I'll just click on close. I'll try to click on upload again, and let's try using AWS SSE-KMS, that encryption. I'll click on add files. Again, let me try to select the same object. Select. Let's go down. Properties, storage class. Let's go to encryption. I click on specify an encryption key. Then there are two options: encryption setting, use the bucket setting for default encryption, and another is override bucket setting for default encryption. We need to override the default encryption. So I'll click on this one. You can see the encryption type again, SSE S3 is default one. I want to go with the SSE-KMS. So I will select on this one. Under AWS KMS key, so here we need to specify the KMS, that is KMS keys. Okay, with this both these options. Here I will just select the existing KMS key that I have from another task. Okay, so I will select on choose from your AWS KMS key, drop down, and from here I will select on this one. So everything is fine, and if we don't have, we can just simply click on create a KMS key. Okay, so that will create for us. It will bring us to the KMS Key Management Services. So we'll talk it in the another session. So I have selected this one, and I will now click on upload. Yeah, as you can see now, the upload got successful. This is because we used the default instead of SSE S3 encryption mechanism, we use SSE-KMS. So what this policy has enforced is, it will just see if we are going to use AWS KMS as an encryption key, and then it will allow. And if this, as you can see, the string is not equal, if this is not going to match, then it will simply deny. Okay, so for all objects we will try with SSE S3, that is default encryption. It will deny this permission, and we can leverage that one. So that is the way it works. So friends, I hope you got the point. Okay, so please explore this exercise, and once you are done, just ensure you will just clean up the S3 buckets. Okay, so how you'll do is, basically if you try to delete it as it is, so it won't work, because we have some objects. Object means these files are inside this bucket. So first of all, you need to empty that or delete the objects which are already there. I need to specify as permanently delete. Okay, there's a space, so ensure. Okay, now the objects got deleted. I'll just click on close. Okay, and once that is done, I will just go to my bucket, select this one, and we can click on delete. Here we need to specify the name of the bucket, and click on delete. So you can see I have deleted my S3 bucket we did in this demo. Okay, so friends, that's it for today. If you have any queries, just feel free to write me in the comment section. And once again, I wish you all a very, very happy and safe Diwali. Keep learning and take care. Bye bye.